you have to have?
No, man, I go to food then.
I forget because we thought you have to go to high first. Boy, everybody run there and then come back and tell you open-minded in and room. Boy, everybody run there and then come back and tell you open-minded in and room.
Yo, man. Yeah.
I think my prison now, man.
You know, business is not have no conscience.
I'm already at the place and you is St. Parkinson recently. A 19-year-old in charge.
Another one the other day, we been going, another teenager, was 17, going for the two girls then and chop them up. I'm like, no, sir, no. But I don't know.
That's true. Oh, no, that's true.
Really?
Michael, that's where you something gonna be?
Yeah.
Huh?
So close to me.
They do this? You see that was a kaitan, right, man? Turn it.
Turn it side.
Where, man?
Anthony's down.
Oh, you want to carry on?
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, it's good.
You feel nice today now?
I did this at church, I used to it, yeah.
Let's keep.
Alright.
How much about you? I don't even know. I don't even ask for.
Something from last week. If you ever look on it and see me say, me and you.
Missing a church spirit. So hold on, what you watching then?
50 something.
Rasta.
But I have my long cables.
Alright, so you're good
Yeah,
then.
So I'm
man,
good.
it will always be there unless you delete it.
I tried downloading it and putting it on WhatsApp, but it's too large. So
So
that
they just leave the link. As long as it stay private to only who have the link.
Yeah,
And
man.
they don't share me.
You send the link?
Cussing you know.
The link in that group, man.
Long time.
But you only email permission to make it where private, public or
yeah, man. I didn't realize it. It's been a while. For a little bit.
On this. It's sweet to know.
It's sweet, man.
Did not give them shit, yeah.
You see
I
me?
know I'm gonna get myself a camera before.
Camera or tripod stand?
Both.
Both. Just not come in the back.
Alright.
You can twist this and go up and down.
Just send it.
No, you mean the link for last week class?
Yeah.
You might did it. So we live now?
Yeah, man, long time.
So they've been watching me do all of this crazy stuff.
Yep.
Hi students, good evening. We're gonna start now.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna do it.
Wait, somebody has to go up on Blackboard in case anybody wants to ask a question.
That's what, right. Somebody
Yeah,
needs to
somebody
get
go on
Blackboard so we can hear the voice. That is the only reason why I wanted to take my laptop.
Yeah, I can't do 12. I think I can, but I have to go. I can check Blackboard.
Alright, so far we have done number systems.
But we're not
I
gonna-
know on the brain lock off.
But we're not going to hear them.
And you all perhaps don't remember about number systems.
YouTube, yeah.
We have done alright, so we do Boolean algebra.
Hello, evening.
Hello.
Good evening. We have done Boolean algebra.
Remember?
Alright.
Yeah,
We have done combinational circuits. Took us a long time to get here, but we did that. So we did combinational circuits. And we are only going to do the other kind of circuits that is relevant to this course called sequential circuits. So I'm going to make some distinctions. Sequential circuits. Alright, so the difference between these two is that this one is that input goes directly to output. Alright? That is for combinational circuit. For sequential circuit, input plus stored value goes to output. Alright, so that's the distinction. So for combinational circuits, the output is directly influenced by the input alone. Right? For sequential circuit, what is going to happen? There's a stored value. Now, there is a particular functional unit, a particular circuit called a flip-flop.
It's actually extra.
That is associated with sequential circuits. There are 4 types of flip-flops. There is the SR flip-flop, the JK flip-flop, and every year when I teach this, I tell students I'm going to find out why the name, so and I don't know. The only one I know is that this is set and reset. Don't ask me why the others are like that, but don't worry yourself. You just need to know it's 4 kind of flip-flop. So let me tell you how, what I'm going to draw the SR flip-flop with NAND gates only, just to give you an idea of how a sequential circuit using flip-flops will work and how this distinction comes in. So, NAND gates, alright? And what happens is, bring this up so, and cross it, bring it in, set, reset, and the 2 outputs. So one is going to be called Q, and we call the other one Q plus R. Alright, now, this is what happened. In your storage devices, your clocks, this is what they use. They use one of these flip-flops. Because what happens is that it stores a value, and normally the value it stores is called the Q. Let me find another color here. So it's Q. So we're looking here, and that is often referred to the state. Remember that word, state of the flip-flop. Right?
No.
I could just pinch it. It's so cool.
So the Q value is the state of the flip-flop. Remember, it's a digital circuit.
Especially say if you do clear.
Oh,
Especially say if you do clear.
wow. I'm gonna enjoy doing yourselves.
Yes.
So the state of the flip-flop, remember that. Now remember that is a digital circuit, so it's only going to store a 0 or a 1. And as we know,
It's weird when you're talking, nobody don't see me. It's weird.
Yes.
It's weird. Alright, when you're watching a movie, Zine.
You understand the
Focus.
Mr.
Eye to eye contact.
In
the movies.
gentle people, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them in here with me.
Yeah,
And
yes,
it's a, oh,
This is why explain.
Keith is missing. Alright, so you have to
Keith
remember.
online.
He's online, very good. Tell him hi. You have to remember that the state of the flip-flop. So because it's a digital circuit, it stores either a 0 or a 1. All right. So if Q, right? If Q is a 0, the possibility has to exist for it to store a 1. So that is how we end up with a Q and the Q plus. So it's just going to be the inverse of whatever Q is. All right. Now, let me try and explain to you without doing a whole heap of techie why the name flip-flop comes into play. If we look here, and I'm not going to do right through and through, let's start. So we're going to focus on what Q is. If Q is 1, all right, it means then that this one is going to come into here, right? And alternatively, this would be 0. So the 0 is going to be here. Why did I write 0, 1? So 1 comes into this input, and this 0 is going to come into that. because it's either 1 or 0. Now look what is going to happen. S and R values will vary. So we could start out with S and R being 0, 0, could vary them and do all the stuff, all the combinations, and vary them to see what happens. What will happen is that output is going to be influenced. It's going to be flipped. So when we say flip-flop, nice way of saying it. So the value changes, the state of the flip-flop will change. Now, I'm not going to go through, you don't need to know all of that. Varying them and showing you how it changes. What has happened over time is that analysis has been done. Use S and R as 0, 0 with Q being 1, and you do it for 0, 1, and 1, 1, and 1, 0, and you check it. Coming out of that, we have derived what is called a transition table. So this is lead up to what we're going to be doing. All right. Now the transition table will show you what the values are, and we're going to call those a present state. What the input values for S, R, J, K, we're not even focusing on these two, just these two, would be to cause the state changes. All right. So I'm going to do this. So we're going to go Q. And remember, Q is a present state. I'm trying to make Micah not have to move up and down. All right? And then we're going to have next state. We're going to have next state. Next state. This is the Q plus. All right, and then I'm going to put what the values for JK would be and what the values for S and R would be. So two different kinds of flip-flops. Quickly line to make you see that it's two different ones we're going to focus on. So look at it. If Q is 0 and we vary the values, then Q can possibility exist that Q remains 0. If Q is 0, possibility exists that it turns to a 1. If Q is 1, possibility exists. You notice it's a standard truth table I put in for 2 bits. And if Q is 1, possibility exists that it remains a 1. Now, the transition table, guys, you don't have to go sit down. You just need to know this when I start working. So, 0, 1, don't care, don't care. 0, 1, don't care, don't care. You notice what I just did for you to remember? Yeah, you just flip it. So for the JK, 0, 1, don't care, don't care. For SR is 0, 1, don't care, 0. Zero, 1, don't care, 0. Somehow I think I write something wrong. Leave that for now. I should verify. Don't do things when you're tired. Alright? I soon remember exactly what it was. 0, 1, 0, don't care. That's how it is in the. Now, how we utilize this is, as I say, in devices that store, but you need them to move. So a clock. They're in when we're in the physical, you're all in here. There's a game you would sometimes play stuck and pull. Mm-hmm. Or if I say Micah, count Micah. Count by 2.
2. Oh.
1,
2. 4.
Stop. So we're going to be counting. Micah, continue.
6.
What happened? Michael would have to remember where he was.
Oh.
If I had chatted for much longer, I probably wouldn't even remember where he was.
I can.
Right?
8.
So what happens in those devices, they remember, a clock has to remember where it is to know where it's gonna go. So we use sequential circuits in designing those sort of digital devices, clocks. use a flip-flop, you know where you are, you know where you want to be, you know what state you are in and what state you want to go to. And that's what we're going to use for the transition table. So we're going to do a simple, let me forewarn you, it's easier, it's probably easier than combinational circuits. For combinational circuits, you have to figure what the inputs are, what the outputs are, and do all of that. Yeah. For sequential circuit, it becomes a little easier because all you're doing is focusing on a state to state and using one of these. So here's a question. A sequential circuit using JK flip-flops that counts 0 to 3 to 5, do an easy one, to 7 and back to 0. And that is what a clock does. You reach at end and it reverses and it keeps going. It's a sequence of things. Alright. So that's it, that's a question. Now when you're given such a question, what we need to do, first thing is that we are going to do what is called a state diagram. The state diagram are going to have all the distinct, unique states. So if you look, there's a state of 0, 1 of 3, 1 of 5, 1 of 0 is there. So 1, 2, 3, 4 states. Alright? So I'm going to use ellipses to represent the states. But remember, everything is binary. So I need to see the binary equivalent of those states. So 0 is all zeros, 3 bits, because maximum, look for the maximum one, and you know how many bits you're going to use for each one. 3, 0, 1, 1, 5, 1, 0, 1, and 7, 1, 1, 1. Now I'm going to use arrows to show you how we move from one state to the next. So based on what we have here, we go from 0 to 3, from 3 to 5, from 5 to 7, and 7 back to 0. And then from here on, what we're going to do is basically rote. So what we're going to do, as we do for any good design, is that we're going to do a truth table. But remember what I say, it's not like the truth table over there for combinational circuits where you figure you just go and follow something. Remember I had present state, next state? So I'm gonna do present state and next state, right? Let's call our bits ABC. Has 3 of them? What I'm going to do, I'm not doing the shortcut, I'm doing everything because you already know how to put a standard truth table using 3 bits, right? So 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, and for those of you who cook it this way, right? All right, now, look what we're gonna do. If my bits, my value here is 0, what would be my next state?
3. Trigger flip.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. For real.
If I'm at 1, what's my next state?
0, 0, 0.
You sure?
1.
Yeah,
3.
1,
3. 3. Okay.
You sure?
Oh, Daniel says
No, it
what?
doesn't exist. There's no next state. Look at your thing.
Okay. For me, it's 0 still.
All right. If I'm at 2,
Nothing.
nothing. If I'm at 3, hi Daniel. If I'm at 3,
101.
my next state is 5.
Oh,
If I'm at 4,
oh, okay. Alright.
there's no next state for 4. If I'm at 5, my next state is
6. No, I'm at
7. If I'm at 6, there is no next state. If I'm at 7,
There
my
is
next state is 0.
Okay, so
let's-
guys who don't understand, so we're trying to follow this.
At least, you know when you're already style. You know when you're already style.
You just want in the camera.
So we're trying to get back 0, 3, 5, 7, 0. So this is 0. We have 3 next. 0, 3. As the arrow continues.
I'll get him a try, get him.
Type in and chat. Type in at least. Type in and chat if you don't understand this time, please.
Alright, and then 1, I think, 2.
So, Michael, if I do this, which I shouldn't be doing for you at this stage, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, guys? Everybody with us? So remember, you know, we still have Blackboard going, so you can put your chat, and I think Ramian thing is turned enough so that he can hear when you chat.
Yeah, go on Blackboard.
All right?
You don't like it on Blackboard? No. You should be there,
Log in on Blackboard,
We're going to look for Blackboard, but I'm looking.
All right, go on.
Alright, go on, Jeff.
So that we can ensure that we're getting you as well. So, the only other thing to do, remember, you see this thing? The flip-flop stores only 1 bit. It only can store a 0 or it store a 1. So if we think of a flip-flop as a register. And how I normally draw a register,
Oh, miss, someone say her laptop giving problems.
hush.
So they have to watch a recording.
No problem. Hush, tell her hush. Alright, so think of the storage area in a register as a flip-flop. Alright? So if we had an 8-bit flip-flop.
Miss Keith.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Then I answered Keith. Keith asks why no next state. And
So
then
next state there? Those are states.
No, he's,
Because from the specification given key,
yes.
there's no next state. So we go 0 to 3 to 5 to 7 and back to 0. So when you do a standard design, you want to consider all possibilities. But in those possibilities, when we look at the possibilities, when we go 0, we check, oh yeah, it goes 0 to 3. But when we look at this possibility, this is a 1, there's no next state in our design. So we're not going anywhere with that one. Alright? So that is why you have those next states. Everybody okay with that? Alright, very good.
Delete now.
So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, I only have 7. Okay. So if you consider this, this is my 8-bit register. Each of these cells would be a storage area. Something has to be there to store the value for you, but it only store 1 bit. Yeah? And the bit can either be 0 or 1. It's one of those, it's a flip-flop. So a group of flip-flop make up your registers. Alright? The input values change.
One of those.
Good.
Yeah.
Alright, so as I say, no, all that happens from here on in is for you to focus. So if we have 3 bits, it means we need 3 flip-flops. The question says use a JK 0, 1, 0, don't care. 0, 0, don't care. Let me fill it in. 0, 1, 0, don't. 0. Hello, no, don't say that me right down the gully. 0, 1, 0, don't care. 0, 1, 0, don't care.
So that's the have first.
Huh? Truly?
Yeah.
No.
You sure?
No, man, I said all zeros down there.
Add some zeros and I'm like, what in your head? So, from here on n is root. That's all we're going to up to this point. So what I'm going to do is I am going to have a flip-flop that stores the value A, so I'm going to use letter A. I have a flip-flop, a JK flip-flop, that is going to store the value B.
Likewise for C.
And I have a JK flip-flop that stores the value C. So I use the little subscripts. So pay attention. What I am going to do now is to fill in this table using the transition table that we have over there. Hopefully these new markers.
Yay, someone subscribe.
So 0 to 0, look at the transition table. If I need to go from 0 to 0, what should be my JK values?
0 and X.
So we're going, so look, we're using only for A, so it's 0 to 0. Right? We should be 0, don't care.
Yeah.
When we don't have a next state, everything is don't care. So I can fill in that.
Please drop in a ruler, please. Drop down a notebook.
Yeah. I like this tripod stand. I have one of my tripod, but it's not so good.
So a note there. Alright?
When no.
So come again.
state.
0 to 1. See me using my little maga finger? Shh, wait, record. See me using my little maga finger
No problem,
over
no
here,
problem.
so it's only for us. 0 to 1 is 1,
Don't
don't care. Again, I can fill those in. 1 to 1, look over there for X, for JK,
Don't care. Zero.
don't care, 0.
What a
We
phrase.
don't care, we don't care. 1 to 0,
Don't care one.
don't care.
Don't care one
one.
bit.
Alright? So it's just tedious, you know. Very tedious. Because all you're doing is focusing. So we do the same thing for B. So we go 0 to 0, which is 0 down. For B now. So go down the B column. Oh. What? When wake up. Alright, come. 0 to 1 is?
Not don't care one. No one.
One don't care.
I'll make up on the mind.
One
Come up on the
don't
table.
One don't care. Yes. Sorry.
Hold on. Let me make lines for one. Wee. No, mommy not calling today, so we can have some fun. Oh, that's too bad. Leave him alone. So come now. We'll reach out B. So we're focusing down the B column now. So it's 0 to 1 is 1, don't care. Them there become don't care, don't care. 1 to 0.
Don't care one.
Alright, don't care, don't care. 0 to 1. Sure? Okay. And these become don't care. And 1 to 0. Don't care 1. Last column. Make sure y'all doing it too.
Oh, Miss, Daniel says, oh, the transition table is a general thing.
Yes, Daniel. So all of the analysis, so we did this with, this is SR. I just put one of the examples. The SR is a basic one and then the others build upon it. But it's the same concept where you have a stored value that come in with some new values and it cause the device to change values. Alright? So as I said, this is what you need to know. You just need to know it. And how we do it, let me just do that again, is if I only know one column, 0, 1, don't care, and it's reversed, 0, 1, don't care. right? So that's for the JK. For the SR, it's 0, 1, 0, don't care, and it reverses 0, 1, 0, don't care. And that's all you need to remember. Alright? So, come now, let's do C. Alright, can you want to see for me? Come on, come on in there, look at you guys. Where's my something they're working now?
What about them at work?
Oh, set up marker like nothing.
So 1 to
Let me
0.
come out of the picture.
Hey.
Look over there. See, 0, 1.
0, 1.
What's in there, sweetie?
So that
See, have a look over there, sir. Have a look over there.
Right away,
That
you know,
table you
you
use
see, you know,
Zero,
that
one.
right, when you
Yeah,
come and you
0,
know, when they be
1,
looking at
1,
you,
don't
you
care.
see
So 1, don't care. And then it says don't care. Don't care. 1, 1.
1, 1, don't care.
So
Don't,
oh,
Don't care 0.
don't care.
0. Don't care. 1, 1. I don't care 0 again.
Let's look mix up, sir.
You know what, it just
you
done
right,
scribble up
man.
now.
Let's look mix up, man.
No, right.
No, not for you.
Line it
Let's
up.
have to go your map it from.
Yeah,
2,
nice.
4, 6, 8 entries.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 2 left. Go on.
I do rest one.
Yeah. 3 line line with mix up.
And then 1, 1, 0.
Don't care.
Don't care 1.
Thank you, sir. Everybody with us, everybody, you guys are okay. Alright? As I say, you know, it's just tedious to do this. Question I don't do you know? It's just a tedious design.
Very.
Alright? Now, once we have done this, the next step is to come up with expressions for J, A, K, A, J, B, K, B. How we are going to come up with expressions? What this look like? A standard truth table, like when we did combinational circuits, and you come up with your Boolean expression. Now, we want simplified Boolean expression, because remember, we can't write values for don't care. The only way we simplify that is to put it on K-maps. So, what is going to happen? We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 K-maps. And we're going to plot those values. And see. Remember what I said? This is one way everything falls into play. So, practice again with K-map. That's why we introduce it. But when you come here and doing it, now you get the real thing. So we're going to have 6 K-map, but I'm going to show you a little thing. Look here. 30. Let me show you something, guys. Any one of the columns, ready? Any one of the columns that only have ones and x's, ones and don't cares, become a 1.
Repeat that.
Any column that only has ones and don't cares become a 1, because it will be one big group. No, so we're going to draw it still and you see.
So the
No 0 at all.
No 0 at all.
0 no.
If you have 0, you're going to have a space, so you may not be able to group. So you have to see that. So let's do it for everybody to see. So, Alright, so 3 variable K-map. So I need 6 of them. 1, 2, 3. A past student quarreled with me today because I was trying to draw on a board and I would make straight lines. And he said to me, Miss Black, you're losing it. I said, why? He said, you were the one who taught me how to do straight lines. Yeah, all you have to do is look where you're going. So you put
I just press lightly.
No, what you do is, and if you follow, it's like riding a bicycle.
I just good judgment.
No, try it on your paper yourself. If you put your pen here and look down here, it's more likely you make a straight line than if you're following the line.
Oh, so
For
that's
those of us who learn to ride bicycle the hard way, if you look down on the wheel, you're going, the bicycle goes like that. Look where you're going and look how straight you drive.
even driving.
I should still miss.
Because I'm telling you, you have something in the limit point in the driving.
Alright.
Mr. Church, even if you are full of bottle of water, miss, from the pipe,
yeah.
if you look for 2 seconds, the pipe say the water run over.
Alright, so let's fill this in. Micah, don't teeth me, Guinea. Oh, that's recording too. So, because we now know how to put them in, where those values store, someone that don't catch up here, so let me carry up this so Barrington 4 I can sit there. I can put these values on the K-map in seconds. I can show off on you all. So 0, don't care, 1. 0, don't care, 1. And then it's all don't care.
What?
Eyes are showing off.
Yeah, man. That's over again. Not even me catch that.
So, Miss.
Miss, yes, no, 0, don't care.
So the AA over there, Miss, then they represent you 0 and 1 with the office.
Alright, so remember, this came up is for JA.
Oh, yeah, I was about to tell you the label.
So I'm only focusing on my JA values. So let's do that. Down the column. Just like the regular one we did combinational circuits. Alright? So to put in my values, it became very easy because I still know, let me put it one side for you again. If I have my 3 variable K-map and you do it up how I do it up, then this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I practice to skip one and go back. Right? Yeah, man, we see this all the time.
Look at the value from
0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So all these combinations hold in one of these cells.
Okay, so you can put the 1 and 2 and 3 in your picture.
No, boy. And we had explained all of that. So my up here would represent A, and these would be my VC values. This would be 0, this would be 1. This is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. And that's standard. Alright? So, let me show you how I do it easy, because that's why I did this and did 4 at a time, because it's easy to memorize 4. So if I do 0, don't care, 1, alright? So let me do it over for you. Without putting them. 0, and I'm not writing my 0 because I want to see. 0, don't care, 1. Because it's 0, 1, 2, 3. So I practice the skipping and go back.
Boom.
Yeah.
Alright? And then the next 4 is 4 don't cares. But I don't even do it, just drop in 4, I put them, if you notice, I don't care. Because I practice, you skip to the bottom, then you come back. Alright? So, let's do it for that one. So the first 4.
We're doing it for me now, guys.
This is for
Not that one.
JB.
JB.
Alright, so JB, down the column.
So
it's don't care. And then it's don't care 0, don't care 1. Don't care 0, don't care 1.
No, miss,
It's the one
JB.
not don't care. One
that J?
don't care.
Okay.
Don't
means
care.
that's KA, not JB. KA.
Sorry, KA, thank you.
Yeah.
guys.
Okay.
I'm doing KA,
Oh.
but in my head
I wrote fast.
What?
Alright, so
I'm gonna show you
So
that.
come
here.
again. So KA is don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care. First four, don't care, zero, don't care, one. That's what I filled in. Don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care, zero, don't care, one. We have to make it soak, Randy, trying to make it soak into his brain. How make we do another one? Come, Randy. Come to the board.
Are you guys learning for real?
Randy, that's the best way to learn it. Come.
Just keep the last one.
Come take your time. Come.
No, I have to do it, man. You have to get practical with it, man. I get physical.
Take any color you want.
I know it's that.
I don't business.
JB.
Yeah, do that. The first if you have
JB said.
Alright, so JB.
one, don't care, don't care, don't care.
So zero.
JB.
Yeah, so you have to follow the same pattern there. Them there? Follow the same pattern there, fill in the
Yeah,
one
use
there.
that as a guide if you feel.
Fill in the one there. So 0.
This is what John again. 4? No. You do first 4 first. And then you take them.
So let me come over here, sir. Randy. So you're going down your column. So your first four is one, don't care, don't care, don't care. Put
I
them
can
in.
try
One,
and
don't
zoom
care.
out more.
Ha. Right away you get it wrong.
Oh, no.
No, this is the
Just get
First I can
practice.
zoom out,
Alright,
guys.
so
I can come back.
Imagine.
First
One.
one, 0 is 1.
Yeah, but then ask me to come back for more.
Don't
2
care.
is no here.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 is 1.
Mhm.
3, no here.
Don't feel.
So you're not putting one in.
1, I don't care again, yeah.
1. Oh, so I'm going to jump first then.
Because of how you were putting it in
Oh,
that order.
okay.
Alright. So put in the last four now.
Don't care, 1, don't care, don't care.
Oh, okay, Chadwick.
4.
Don't care one, don't care, don't care.
Four is-
But you see what you're doing, Randy? You coming back here, but look here. If you remember, that is the last four. So it's don't care, don't care, don't care, one. Don't care, one, don't care, don't care. We are JB, right? Watch. Don't care, make me memorize it again. Don't care, one, don't care, don't care. Don't care, one.
Don't care.
Don't care.
Alright, memorize table. So this is 0, 1,
3, 2.
Alright, doing.
Yeah.
4, 5, 7,
6,
6, 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, but they say 4, 5, 7, 6.
Well, if you want to do that, but because
Because-
in my brain, I don't want to mix it up here, because in your brain, you do 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah. That's why I say 4, 5, 7,
Tiny
6.
for
So if you
such.
put it in 4, 5, 6, 7, which is how we're doing it, it's just that you remember that
To skip.
you skip.
So if you can't skip, just say read it 4,
But
5,
this is how
7,
you
6.
remember it,
Yeah.
right? Yes, thanks. So, alright, so Randy,
What's that called?
everybody alright now? Delroy, well, you have to come up here for this. Alright, Remy, and you alright?
Yeah, man. We all try.
Come now, come put in it to the KB.
KB.
Yeah, my initials.
KB.
My extra better right good. You create KB, anyone, 6 of them.
Mr. Robert has some rules. And you know, and you can draft some rules.
I don't know if there are no rules, you just put them in.
Miss Kara doesn't understand.
Like when no
Never conky, don't put no.
Fine.
See, Remy, I'm putting it in. Kara, what Kara don't understand?
Him say elbow cough, me I learn, man.
You might learn
Where's the
something.
elbow? Oh great. Kira the ear up.
Kara, and don't care, don't. You sure, Remy? And look again. Don't care one.
KB.
No, it's don't care, don't
I
care.
think JD.
Right, so you are at KB. Alright, so make sure the first one is okay too. Look back at the first one. So it's don't care, don't care, don't care one. Okay? Right? And then don't care, same thing. Don't care, don't care, don't care one.
Here, don't care, don't care.
Yay!
Yeah. Confusing.
I mean, someone tell us we can't go to
If you don't know
Yeah.
code, yeah, go when you
Well, my board not have no line, so when you book have line, it will nicer. Alright?
So just, alright, JC,
JC and KC. So,
I think this school.
JC, KC.
of course, Raymond go put KB down there, so we put JC right here, so, and KC. So.
Jamaica, where
Alright, so it's one, don't care, don't care, one, don't care, don't care, don't care. And don't care, 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 don't care. And for JC, it's don't care, don't care, don't care, zero, don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care, zero. And don't care, zero, don't care, one. Don't care, zero, don't care, one. Now guys, if yes or wrong, all of here, so he's wrong.
Which one? Which one?
If here's so wrong,
Of course.
all of here so wrong.
So you get marks for working out.
So this will be like about 5 marks, depending on about 5 more marks.
Alright, if the question is normally worth about 30 marks, depending.
And then
Alright?
right here,
So it's a three variable.
Before we do that.
You know what? It's still worth
Yeah.
it, depending. Alright?
You-
So this is where the bulk of your marks are gonna be. So we will give marks for each correct column. Alright, so this will be probably two, it depends, it's three variables, so it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So that would be probably like 12 marks. This is between 3 and 5 marks, alright?
Look like a
And then each one of these, to put on the correct things, you would get marks, so about 3 marks each. So this is another 18 marks. So we reached 30 already, 35 marks.
You
Now,
want to
When you get
use
picture.
the X.
which X's? Yeah man, you have to put them in.
So you
So-
can, you can either put the point or the zero. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Oh.
I just put the little dot to know it's a 0.
Oh.
So I don't take my thing off and make sure everything is there. Because I don't want to not remember that as 0. But normally when you put the 0, you're not seeing your groups as quickly as you could. And you're going to see everything full up. When you don't have the 0, it's quicker to see where your ones are. Alright, so let's look at the groups now. So we have to solve them, you know. So we put them on, but let's solve it. So we need values for each of them. So let's focus on JA. Remember when we have our K-maps, the focus is on the
1.
right. And then we're going to use the don't cares if they help us to form the largest possible group. So when I look, I only have a 1 man here. See there? So what's my largest group? Still look for me. You have the camera.
No, I'm a bit on that, man.
Everything from 0, 1, 2,
From
1, 0. Everything included from 0, 1, straight up.
Straight down.
Oh, around 1, 6,
Is it the
6,
four?
7.
No, miss, it would have been
Randy? Oh, hold on. Randy said number way.
No, no, 4 more. First 4, and then 2.
4. Oh, miss, you put the.
And 2, then the next 4.
Why?
What the next?
I could do another 4.
Yes, ma'am.
But
No.
the one, no. Why? Why would I not put another group?
Because
That's the largest
you focus
possible.
on the one and
It's just the ones I'm focusing on. So it's already in a group, so I don't
Okay.
need to do nothing. So I could have done the group there, or I could have done the group here, and it would be okay.
Okay.
So you remember, you focus. I'll open up here, have the camera up.
Miss, it's on the thing, man. Me zoom in.
So you're going to focus on the ones, and as long as you get them in the largest possible group, we're good to go. All right? So if we do that, what would JA become?
Miss Kira has a question.
1.
Yes, Kiro.
I guess he has to type it.
All right.
And what on Blackboard? So, alright, Kara's asking why couldn't it group with the bottom?
C.
Karen, now listen, now tell him plug out and ears.
It will be C, man. It will be C.
It would be C. Carol, yes, let me draw it for Carol. We have it here. Carol, we did say you could do that, or you could have done it this way. Either way, it would be correct, but it would be just one group. All right? If we did this, it would be a B. You notice is a clear, non-complementary value. It's just the letter, the letter that's different. So that's all you're going to find. It's still just one, but yeah. All right. So it is C. Everybody okay? How we get the C? As we go across the group A gone, we're focusing on these two. B gone, so we're left with C as well. In the purple group. Keep your eyes in the purple group. Alright, so let's do,
Like what you said, I don't care, just one and free.
just to, remember what I said about they don't care. They can exist, but we don't care about them. We focus on the ones and we use them as if they're ones. Is Ramian
No, man.
twice come up?
I mean, you go with my mic, let them get the audio through.
No, when they want to ask a question, they
You
can
open
voice
them.
it through.
Alright.
Alright.
So come now. This one, cool, is one way we see it. And it is, everybody agree?
That will be. Oh, yeah.
So this one now is, how we did do it down there, so, see now? And I now even put the zero then beside it, so they depend on the singles with it now.
So,
Right now.
Oh, I get you. I'm still gonna label mine when I'm still.
Yeah, no, you would label them, you know.
Mm.
But I'm not, and I want to see that you're thinking it
but
through.
JB and JC is one.
Yes, Randy B is very big. So we could make Randy B a lot smaller. JB is,
One.
No, not B.
Not B.
how much group may I have? Nine,
One.
nine.
I mean, I have two groups. Two groups.
Two group?
No, like,
Sure.
one group, everything can go.
Thank you so much,
So
Randy.
it's one.
One big group, and if we have one big group,
One.
remember what I said,
That's one.
that you may not need to draw it. Because if you look, and you see everything is one and don't care, I want big group about there. If we have a zero, it will leave a gap, and then you're going to have to look for the grouping. Me know. Again, that's again. One. What about this? Again, we see it. One. What about this?
Means that that would be AB. Right. AB.
And I agree? So I'm only seeing that?
Yes.
I can't get no bigger. Remember, it's 2 to the power, and power is must be whole number. Alright? So there's nothing else to do. So this is going to be A. That's a whole A. Last step in the process.
Means one more step there.
One more step to draw the logic diagram. And this time around, we are only using block diagrams. How we get the B?
Here, I said what to them.
Yes, Kiro? So, if we look, this is my BC. A will always be 1. B is 1.
Miss One?
Yes, Kiro, what's Kiro's question?
Oh, Miss, he wants to go. I think he wants to go over this large group right here.
Which large group?
That one.
Right? Present and explain.
We soon do another one, because everybody going to try one.
Oh, you want to talk about like when you have the all ones and all and don't care.
He wants to know what I said. Okay, so if you can look back at your K-maps,
Oh.
well, we have a 0, right?
Oh,
So
he
come
said
over-
the one that becomes 1. Oh, the large group. Oh, I guess he means the one that becomes 1 over there. Okay, it's hard to interpret what he means. What about the X at the top?
Which X?
Oh no, that's Carlos now.
Yes, Carlos, what happened? Oh,
X at the top. and
X
bottom.
at the top. Where, which X?
Mm-hmm.
Tell him when on my finger which one.
Boy, miss, I'm not sure which.
Javon, turn on your mic. One on the turn on the mic.
Oh, for KC. KC.
Or KC. What happened to KC?
So what about the 2x at the top? That's not there.
Carlos, let me point out Carlos. Carlos, remember, the focus is on the,
Alright, Sukam Kira, Sukam.
only on the ones. And you're trying to get the ones into the largest possible groups. But the groups can only be 2. Group of 1, or 2, or 4, or 8, or 16. No 3 and no nothing. Right? So when we look, that's closest to it. Nothing else not closest, nothing else not adjacent. So we're gonna do those two.
Mom,
Yes,
that
sir.
X at the bottom, what if it was a 0?
This?
No, the one
One
that-
underneath.
Right. What would it be? Just 1? That would be just be as
Mm-hmm.
that be ABC. Yeah.
Is that group of 1?
Okay.
You just write back what the
Okay,
value
okay.
would be.
Mhm.
Alright?
Alright, and Kira wants to want to explain how JB becomes 1. JB, that one.
Kira just knows that everything group of 1. We did that long time ago. Because remember, if you had remember that the whole idea of doing the K-map is that A or not A equals 1. When the variable disappears, it don't really disappear as a 1, but we don't write it. So that is why when everything is done, all right, let's do this. Just these two. Let's do it as if this was a 1. And let's show us again. So if we look at KC, the 2 min terms that we want for KC would be A, B, C, or let's do this one, A, B, not C. A, B, not C. So treat that down here as if it's a 1. So it's A, B, C for this one, A, B, not C. Alright? So if we had that as a Boolean expression and we tried simplifying it, you see what would happen? We really have A, B into C or not
Which is-
C,
which
which
is-
becomes a 1.
Yes, sir. AB times itself.
So you write it A, B,
And the
but
division.
the 1 is assumed there, but we don't write it because it's ended with a 1. And we could always take it and expand it back and used to say C. We could have put any value there, so as long as it's a 1 and a complementing. Alright? So when you have everything, what is going to happen? We're going to simplify and it's going to come all the way down to a 1. So once you have everything like that, it becomes a 1. Find out if Kira alright now.
Kira, you alright?
I keep forgetting when you're recording. When you're recording like this, I'm going to know when I do it, it can't be bad. Tell Coca-Head, Keith say, we supposed to get breaks still, you know?
Yes. What's Sashali?
Mr. Sleep.
What's Ashley say?
But video man stop confused me.
Alright. Alright, so the last
Doing my
step,
best here.
Kira is okay now?
Him say go through, yeah.
Alright, he'll look over when we do the next one because I'm going to make it a little more complicated and everybody going to participate in it. I'm just going to sit back and have it done. Alright, so the last step is to draw the logic diagram. Now remember what
What? More to this?
remember, you know, the whole aim is to design the circuit. So what does the circuit look like? Now this is what we're gonna do. We use how many flip-flops? 1, 2, 3. 1 to hold A, 1 to hold B, and 1 to hold C. So we're going to represent those flip-flops using block diagrams. So 3 flip-flops. 1, and I'm going to label them. So that's a JK flip-flop, and I'm going to put A. And if it's store A, it's store not A.
Oh, Miss Carlos said, make we do our next one. Make we catch. Yeah, I hate Papa. Can't read.
I'm saying.
You read it.
Yes,
But
then
here,
Carlos,
who
we're
are
going
you?
to do another
Miss,
one.
do our next one, make we catch on pon the rope, yeah, man. Mr. Rich rope, let go.
I don't know which rope or the what.
All I wanna done, all I wanna
So you want to let them know, Papa, you?
Yo, you mean so? I can't speak it, but I can't read
You
it.
can't read it.
Different.
I don't know that development that English.
Aqua is how you think it's spelled. That's what's unique about us. Alright, so 3 flip-flops. 1 to store A, 1 to store B, and 1 to store C. Alright, now, this is where it becomes interesting. So all of the look, do right, watch. So, look what we're going to do. JA must be C. How much color may I have?
Jamaica.
Let me change some color. Alright.
I'm gonna hold the phone in my hand for that one, yeah.
JA must be C. I'm going to
Closer.
take C and I'm going to take it into JA.
Wait, JC.
J, the input for J of the flip-flop that stores A must get the input value C. I'm not creating any, the variables are stored. A, B, and C are already stored. So wherever them stored, we go take them out of storage and move them to the input. With me?
Mm-hmm.
Come again, let's do the other one. K of A, so let's put B as red. So C will be that, and B's will be red. Alright? So K of A, meaning the K input for the flip-flop that stores A will be B.
So B I go to J, not K. K not
Oh.
But man, that's not.
Okay, it's actually on zoom in.
So means all the B gone to not A.
Because it equals to B.
Not A, going to K.
Oh.
These are inputs, those are the outputs.
Oh, makes sense.
Ah.
Oh, it makes sense. What?
Sorry, buddy.
What are K of A? Is that not A?
No, man. KA must get the input B. Remember, input, output. So these are my outputs,
Okay.
and these are my inputs.
Label it, Miss.
Hello, we don't have to see them label no way. Input, output.
If you can see that.
Them say in out.
Input, output.
Alright? JB, KB, 1. And for the logic diagram, we know when we put it on the simulator, we connect it directly to the battery. For this, just to indicate, you put a 1 and show that it go here, and it also go there.
Oh, so it comes straight.
And it also go, if I remember, it go to JC as well.
So,
What are we so that? So JB, KB, and JC were all ones.
Mm-hmm.
so
JB, KB, and JC, all ones.
and then you carry the A and B to the
All right. KC is A and B. So I need A is purple.
From that,
A and B. So I take B and I can AND it. And it's going to come here. So.
And then you finish it.
Are we done? 30 marks.
That's it. This part is the easiest part still, in my eyes.
You're in turn wrong side up, you know.
Well, I like.
Most persons have problem understanding this out of everything else.
you can flip flop. Really flip flop.
So let's do quick one. Remember what we're doing here. What is the input for J of the flip-flop that holds A? It's supposed to be C. The input for the K of the flip-flop that holds A is B. The input for the flip-flop that stores B, the J portion is 1. Likewise here, likewise here. And the input for the flip-flop that stores C, the K input for the flip-flop that stores C is A and B. So we find them, they're already there. We're not creating the variables, we're not using any switches. And this is what we have. Now if I put this on, and hopefully, I'm going to stay on my board there. If we're going to put this on the simulators and show you how it counts. That it actually counts 0, 2, 0, 3, 5, 7, and back to 0, and it just keeps counting.
You can find like what do you call it? The JK.
Yeah, man. Was same way like a block diagram. So in the same area where we had the AND gates, further down there are some block diagrams with all the flip flops, and they're labeled accordingly.
You can do it.
All right.
Oh, in the simulator we can do it?
Yes, in the simulator.
The only thing you need, if you're putting it on the simulator, you need your battery and your grounds, and you need something to display the values. So you're going to, so guys, this is aside for those who want to put it on the simulator. You're going to put a 7-segment LED, decoded 7-segment LED. You look for it, it looks like that. And it has 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. The 4 lines represent the fact that it can have a 4-bit number. So you can show it up to F, right. But you're going to put it in order. If in this case, it's 3 we have. So the 3 will be A,
Phone is the juice too.
right?
Phone is the juice.
So you're going to connect A here. You connect B to this B, and you connect that C to that C. If you had 4, then it would be A, B, C, E. So it's least significant to most significant. That way. You understand?
What again?
So miss, when you're connecting, is it just
When you're connecting it on the simulator, so guys, if you're not need for see this, lucky eye. So if you're connecting it up on the simulator, A would be connected to this A, B would be connected to this B, and C would be connected to that C.
everything as yes, right?
Right. So you just connect them up like that.
You said switch.
Unfortunately, no. They robbed me on Sunday. I mean, I've already failed. Right?
And the kids.
No, the kids won't prepare separate to go when I go to church. I just hand them for them one. But the adults know where my handbag is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I normally know where it is.
Okay.
Somebody else has it. And they know where the switches are. All right, so we can take 5 minutes.
Yes.
I'll make it sink in.
I hope so, yes.
It's
And then maybe while we take a 5 minute stretch and things, I'm writing the other one.
No, if I can't go something, miss?
No way. If you want, not you have to go
No,
try.
no, tonight, time.
Hello. If you go outside, you want to come up on Friday, I love it because nobody know there.
You see that? Don't feel can't
Oh, I have crackers. Golden crackers.
golden crackers
You
again?
don't know golden crackers is sour.
Royal.
Royal crackers, whatever it is.
One name golden, one name royal.
Alright, let's go.
You are looking at my
One name
You have to.
cinnamon.
water.
Save stream up us.
Stream can't pause.
Alright, look at that.
Can you oh, Kashif wants one of those shirts and so do I.
Oh, yeah, sir.
All shirt.
Fence.
Right, sir.
Is that all shirt?
Yes. What you have all on it new?
The orange, stand up in next to you, man.
Come up still.
Come in the weird thing.
How much you
My
have?
first meal weird.
Mr. Shino weird. At the first year.
First meal weird. I should have more than 2 years ago.
Oh,
But you run
Bathroom around the corner. Yeah, but we not switch on the light. Michael, in the inner office, my office,
Mm-hmm.
behind my desk, but on the little stand, there's a brown paper bag with biscuits, with those sort of biscuits.
I'll try to get to the vlog, but my phone is dying. Well, it's not dying. So
It's
Say that charge.
yeah, I would say I would carry them along with the vlog.
Or a cover.
Alright.
Guys, we have a 5 minutes break.
Miss, you know, I never bring food in the table.
So why you never bring me the water?
Water, don't you?
There's a big bottle of water behind me. I have 2 big bottles of water, and in the bottom drawer there are cups.
But missing it too, all the information.
Alright, that is true.
Sashley says, make Devon go home.
But what?
Make Devon go home.
But we go home?
Yes.
Why?
Why?
Don't know.
Cecily, you can come to your home?
In the morning. In the morning.
Request, you know, I don't listen to it. All this is being recorded. And more biscuits are down there.
Yeah, let them know what's the other one.
Them never see the other ones.
Yeah.
I always have things for lunch, but question we're gonna tackle, which is more complicated. So we do the easy one, and we're going to tackle that one. When I come up with that. Then where you live?
From Manchester, I live. So, I'm living in Kingston.
Oh, where is it? Okay. Where in Manchester?
Forest.
Okay.
You know Forest?
Of course, I know Forest. I used to travel from Manchester to Kingston.
And then I drive through, sir.
No man, never Forest. I lived in Manchester for, I've been going to Manchester since I was about 6. But I lived in Manchester for about a year, traveling every day to work.
Where do you live?
Answer to me. Comfort?
Comfort.
You cannot trip.
Last night, yeah.
Going downstairs. And this is you take at night time. Poison ivy in the paper bag. LOL. Going to Miss Office. Oh, she's saying you can carry the other biscuit if you don't want.
Just look, where are you?
But me a vlog. Other biscuit if you don't want.
What's that you respond?
Poison ivy in the paper bag. LOL.
What's that? Shasha. And I can't even see your face.
You stay and come out down here by yourself.
So it's
Mr. had the other question when we go back up, she say. Well, I don't even go on watch this over because I don't understand nothing. Understand some part,
Yeah.
but not everything.
Well, I'm just not like you enough for it if you do.
You know, and we're so this make her move faster. No brakes.
This better to see like so cream and the barbecue that. Body stew. Want everybody?
Hello, Tom. What channel? Guinea, crackers, hot water.
Feast.
That's some KFC chicken and come in. Shop open or something.
We shop out the milk.
1 year.
Ready.
Ready?
Is that STD that?
Yeah, get it together on the phone.
Oh, what? Should I
Nah,
take
rotate
screen?
properly.
Oh, it's blurry.
Get it together.
Alright,
Get
so,
it together.
we're back? Well, then we can go on.
Yes, we're back.
Let me tell you, in the physical, I have a rule in my class that you can eat anything you like. But
You have to work.
the but is you have to have food for everybody.
Right.
Oh, come on.
So,
Let me go there,
I
because
do
I've come
can't
to the
eat
workout.
the rest of we hungry.
Next time we come. Next time I come, carry.
Tomorrow.
Alright. What time though? Alright.
It is
7:30.
7:30.
So, there's a question.
I'm focused on the board.
Oh, there's a question on the board that has been altered a little bit.
What do you got on
It has been altered.
4 and 6.
Alright, so it comes now 024660, but it has an external input, an external trigger. So if, like when we were doing the counting with Michael, the trigger was my voice telling him to count. If I never tell him stop and go, he would keep going.
Yeah.
So when I say stop, he stays in the state that he is in. When I say go, now I'm going to start it. And I'm only going to start it. And the rest of you, all of you will figure it. Alright? So,
Yeah, it is.
Here goes.
Some cheese are good.
Mm.
So I'm going to do the state diagram. Again, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4 distinct states. And because the maximum is 6, we know it's 3 bits. Alright? So 1, 2, 3, 4 distinct states, and I'm going to use my ellipses again. 1, 2, 3, 4 distinct states, and I'm going to put them in 0,
0,
2,
2,
4,
4,
4, and 6. Alright?
Back to 0 again.
Now we're going to use the arrows. So look at the arrows. The arrows are going to go like it does, but there are some buts. So it goes from 0 to 2, but it only goes from 0 to 2 when? When x
When x
equals
equals
1.
X equals 0.
When x equals 0, what happens?
Remains.
It remains. So if it is in a 0 state, it remains and we indicate. So you notice what happened? It's in a 0 state and it go back in a 0 state if x equals 0. Come again. If it's in a 2 state and x is 0, it will stay in the state. Don't mind my arrows. I can't draw arrows. Right? But if x equals 1, it counts, it moves state. See now? Cover it, yeah. Stay with me. If it's in 4, so Michael, count 0, 2, just go 0, 2, 4, 6, 0, 2, 4, 6, go on.
0, 2, 4,
Stop.
6.
What state is he in? And there's no trigger. So he'll be in that state. When I say count, one again.
0, 2, 4, 6, 0, 2, 4, 6.
So whenever the values are there, whatever state you is, it depends on what value x is. So if x is 0, if x stays a 1, you notice it just keeps going. But when x is 0, when I've not said anything, whatever state you're in, you stay. So we just have to indicate that on the diagram.
Mm-hmm.
So from the state diagram, what it does is that it tells us all of this, right? So when x is 0, it's gonna stay in the state that it is in. But when x is 1, it will move from one state to the next. Bird and scratchy bed. All right? So get that off. Make sure you get it. Make sure the questions, if you have questions.
Write a little faster.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling the viewers to write a little faster.
I give them time, make it soaking while they write it, it soaks. One of the things I do know is this works better for us as Jamaicans than anybody else. I know this is. For us, when you write it, yeah, when you take the picture, tell me how often you go look back on the picture and go read it.
Barely.
When you notice I come and go find the picture then. This way, when you're doing it, something might stick.
It's true.
And it's our culture. You have cultures where just give them and left them and they'll do it. We don't work so. We like see each other and touch each other.
We learn the hard way, man, brother.
Yeah.
Learn the hard way. Beat. Nah, do it.
Let me extra this.
Very good. I can't eat because I'm going to talk. I like to eat. And you know, today, just when I saw Ramian, you know, even before who next game? You next. I said to myself, even when Barrington come up to that point, I said, we're gonna go outside and we'll get some snacks and things like that. We're there for 2 hours, too much. I feel too lazy to go coffee.
Last time I went up my state by something.
Okay.
You say what? A kilo?
Hmm?
A kilo. What?
Yeah, nice.
If you have a microwave, you're going to scare us.
Where you get a kilo from?
I don't know where it.
You know what?
You may have microwave.
If you have a microwave, oh! You have microwave.
Nobody carry no food tomorrow. When we met this Saturday, the boy in a walk with lunch and sit down, take out lunch and eat up on fast.
Breakfast.
Alright, so how would we do the truth table for this?
We have to do the 16 bit one.
Why?
Because of 4 variables.
What 4 variables?
0, 2, 4.
Uh-huh.
So present state of 4 present state, 0, 2, 4.
Uh-huh.
Extra input.
The extra input.
Okay.
So we have to factor in x. So we have x, a, b, c. But remember,
Hello?
Sorry.
it's only going to be present a, b, c.
Alright. Go up with the
Sit there.
spoiler. That's good.
But we have to factor x into the design. Because look, and I'm going to put x as a different color. We have to look at all the possibilities. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
When you want to start them,
Let me do that.
black one.
When x is 0, and we're going to look at the possibilities. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When x is 1. Look at it. If you look at it, you know, look at ABC. Look at what ABC is. ABC would be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1, 1. That's ABC, right? But look at it. We're looking at all the possibilities for ABC when x is 0. And we're looking again at all the possibilities when x is 1.
ABC is at 1, 2, 3.
Right, so these would be my ABCs, my bits that are going to be stored in the flip-flops. Alright? So when we say present and next, what we are looking at are those states, but we are looking at them in relation to x being 0 and x being 1.
So, what means the one that is 0 then not really change?
You tell me.
Because if when x equals 0 then
Alright,
it's
fine. So
everything else.
the next state would be the same as the present state. Alright, so over to me down now, you know. When I'm done the class today.
You're right.
It's
When
good.
x equals 0.
Good. That's because of this.
And at least we have markers writing, so we can mark for today. Who better do that? Come on, y'all.
We're gonna hear them start.
Don't
man.
Right.
Say, who answer?
So-
I'm a teacher.
Teach about it.
So them may want to be same. So this is 0.
No man, Barry, press it on it.
0, 0.
Once Barry touch back at them, they don't work, you know.
this is 0, 0, 1.
Are you sure, Barrington? Are you
It's nice,
sure,
huh?
class?
Yes.
Yes,
X equal 0.
Yeah, go on, sir.
Alright, so, but it's bigger than external input. It's
0,
equal
1, 0.
It's a
It'll go back, but the rest them.
X equals 0 because we're in the same
With
state.
the 1.
No, what you know? I'm gonna say it's a 1.
Yes, ma'am, sure.
One
Yeah,
is
that's
there
the
at
zero.
this,
Yeah.
right? If the, remember saying that it's triggered by an external.
I see the external.
So
is
you
X,
work
Y,
based off of the external
X
input.
corner.
So if the external input are 1, it move from 1 from this to this.
Alright.
But
Right.
if you're at 0, it has stay stationary. So that the whole of them they are gonna stay the same because
Oh,
X
you know what
at
I said?
0.
Wait, ma'am, you know what I said, ma'am? Wait, you know what? Guess what? You know why? Because it's not a state. But this is because it's not a state.
Yeah.
It's
No,
not
that
a
we are
state.
trying to show you.
Okay, what I just said.
So let's go put it.
It's not a video.
No,
Alright, so
yes, yes.
I don't even know how to vote.
Look for the next one now.
and then 0, 1, 0.
Yeah.
Right.
This 1,
1, 0, 0.
0.
0.
Nothing there is again.
No more.
Put
Right.
that dash. The hyphen.
Dash. That.
And then
More than
1,
that.
0, 1,
1.
0.
Mathematical.
Right.
Wait, so when you do in the room, go play on the laptop screen saying that.
Alright.
So when x equal 1, oh, when x equals 0,
This is 0, 1, 0.
Right.
Alright, this you miss. This
1, 0, 0.
1, 0, 0. Miss that. And this 1, 1, 0. Miss that. And this 0, 0, 0.
miss that again, Anthony.
Miss that.
Wonderful.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So now do the other part.
Oh, so Ashley doesn't understand.
Alright, start first up again.
Explain.
Alright. So, up here, so, we are working with the X, right? And since the
With X.
sequence is triggered by an external input, anytime anytime X is 0, it stays stationary. And when
Sure.
X is 1, it moves. So,
Sure, it's stationary.
So, according to this, they said the circuit code 02460.
I wish, but the thing is over this side and he's over this side, so it's very hard to.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
have to go back and forth.
Yeah.
So we are working off of the 02460. So this is a sequence in which it moves, right? So as I said, X is triggered by external input, which is X. So when X is 0, no movements to make. So like our 0 here, so and sequence 0, it stays at 0. So right back 0 as the next state. When we reach here, so which is 1 in a linear sequence, so we'll just skip that.
Yeah.
When we reach here, so which is 2, yes, which is 2, we'll put back 2 because it's state no change. So for all of them with 0, as long as it's in a sequence, right, it's state no change from 1 to next because the input is 0, external input is 0. So when X change to 1 now, right, anytime when you the first sequence, it move from 0 to 2, seeing as X is 1 now, because remember working off of the input X. So anytime X is 1, it move. So 0 to 2, 2 to 4, and 4 to 6, and then when you reach back 6, sequence starts over again. So that is it.
Okay. Ashley gets it. What you would that shout?
You all on exciting and a lot of good people.
Yeah.
Where the Barrington?
You go.
So Miss me continue with this.
You are you give us money in the market?
Miss not the market. Alright, so we're gonna continue, right? Use a different color. So JK, right? So we got J, K, and we have A. Draw a line. Alright, it's not going straight, but to work with it. J, K, B, and then they got a final one.
Just the states.
J, K, C, C. Alright.
What's missing? Do you know your transition table off your head?
Oh no.
Alright, so let me write to help you out here and just put the transition table. So it's, those are your states, the Q and the Q plus, the changes from 0 to 0, 0 to 1, 1 to 0, 1 to 1. And your JK values are 0, 1, don't care, 0, 1, don't care, don't care. Alright, here you go.
Right.
So that's what you need.
So miss, may I use that to everything?
For your A to A, your B to B, your C to C.
So miss, even one when I change?
Mhm.
Alright. I'm supposed to have this. So the A, we're gonna focus on A. Right? So we're gonna say, alright, A to A, which is 0 and 0, will be
0.
X. Right?
Don't care.
Don't care.
Don't
This I
care.
could go another don't care because well.
Not go on.
Not one, right? This 0 is a 0, don't care. Right? Don't care, don't care. This a 1, 1. Don't care. 0 is 0. Right? Don't care, don't care. Don't care, 0. Don't care, don't care. Right? And that's the first half. We'll just split this so when you can't see it. See okay. Right? Down here so I'm gonna be basically the same thing. So you got 0 x don't care, don't care. 0 1 x don't care, don't care. 1 1 don't care, 0 don't care, don't care. 1 0 don't care, 1 don't care, don't care. And then we're done with the
Emphasis.
A. So move to the B now.
Banana.
Just like the A, we're gonna focus only on the B line. Right? So we're gonna say 0 0. We're gonna get 0 don't care, don't care, don't care. 0 no 1 1. So 1 1 I don't care, 0. Right? Don't care, don't care. Ba, 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 da, da, da. 0 don't care. Don't care, don't care. Da, da, da.
1 1.
Right. Don't care, 0. And don't care, don't care. Alright.
Wanna see it?
Now when you just see it.
Oh, you don't want
Yes, sir. And then we got
0 1.
don't care, 0.
Sorry.
Sure.
Don't 1. Don't care, 1. Alright, we're gonna make it right there.
Yeah.
0 1.
Be like a
1
teacher
don't
and
care.
put it on yes and put your body over yes.
Go back, Barrington. It's 0 to 1. B, you're looking at middle one. 0 to 1.
Yeah.
Opposite.
Mhm.
So 1 don't care.
Yes, sir. Don't care.
No missing out one.
So don't care, don't care.
1 to 0.
1
1
to
to
0. Don't care, 1.
0 2. No.
Don't
Don't care, don't care.
0 to 1.
And 0 to 1.
0 to 1.
Don't. Oh.
Don't care. Don't care.
1 to 0.
1 to 0. Don't care 0. Don't
Don't
care
care 1.
Don't care 1. Don't care. Don't care.
Very good. Column C.
The last one.
Ooh, this nothing now. How much more to get?
You just said to me what?
Boy, I never do that
Question
again.
that one, it no matter.
So it's just posing question an example, right?
You know,
If you only need 30 marks to pass.
Barrington, then they might call you short. We'll go through short boy. Short boss.
Alright, so this is 0. X.
Missy can't hear me.
Miss.
That.
So what's the meaning of determine a sentence in a quote?
And them
What's
hurt
the
me.
meaning of determine a sentence in a
Jesus,
quote?
John, you're mixed up.
Jesus Christ. She can't tell them they get 50 here.
Well,
They go halfway, they get
you don't end up being
25.
worth at all.
And if we take traffic, I think we call it ticket. Police traffic ticket.
You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you.
They
You
get
got
tickets
ticket.
and
Yeah. No. I went to traffic court. And it's a foolish ticket still. And I go there with my father, so I never paid.
they go there with him.
Yeah, never paid. So I go there with him and
You know, your business on YouTube.
No.
but I go with him Zine, and it's like then people must search like for my name, like because they have to submit the names. They must search and I can't find my name. Who man say I'll go? It was a foolish ticket anyway. It was a foolish ticket, so $1,000 ticket. Yeah. But it is foolish. I was coming out the pavilion.
I'm at meeting of court years ago.
Mm.
Traffic court. What am I doing?
You sweet at them.
Sweetheart.
Defend your
You
case, miss.
defend liar. You just go in there with your black and white.
One Trinidad and Carter courts in it. One more. Then I shut up.
Jesus
I
Christ.
told her shut up because
You know focus on me or focus
I
on
had a high
content.
private license plate.
Yeah.
I was driving.
Alright.
And
Push dog.
I
Can't
was
focus
listening
on
to
this.
police friends in the car.
Links.
Everybody said, oh, you have practice card. Drive me, because you have private license. You have private ticket. Yeah,
Very,
man.
very.
Yeah, man. Me and my brother drive Christmas anyway. I want Christmas
Yeah.
function up here. And I have all kind of things in the car. We jump on stadium and the young police stop me.
So,
So,
I could drive 6.
What's the motive?
Barrier X's can't be
you
seen.
give me ticket. I was most of the time, so I can't take it.
I mean, 15%.
Call
Guys, if
out.
this
And I
go,
said,
and so it go. Alright, so
Which X is nasty?
man, no, I'm guessing these ones.
Quite a number of them.
Okay. X X X X X X X X X X.
I'm gonna write down one of them then.
I know everything.
You let me hear this.
This is that paid. I don't know. Them had to give me
Guys, I'm gonna take a screenshot.
$1,500.
Send it in a group.
Alright, yes, do that.
Alright.
So when I-
Oh no, it's not gonna show everything because it's not show the. It's not gonna work.
Some right away see XM.
So the highest is classified as a truck.
No, them alright still.
We are moving from this side. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
16, 8, 2, code 16, B, 2.
Ah, 6 of them, also.
So we are-
Hmm?
6 of them, also.
She couldn't tell me
Mm-hmm.
why I did that.
And 6.
I don't know.
I'm still confused.
So I
But
said
in the
to,
K
when
map.
I went to you, what I said is,
By the X in the K map. Oh, so if you can't. So if you can't.
consult with Bill and consult with all of the people that in the Makana who are police officers. And tell them. And they say, yeah.
That's when come Daniel.
She said, why did you get upset? Watch that. She said to the arresting officer, she said to me, the police are not there to interpret the law, they're just there to implement the law.
It's actually wild. Oh my god. Such idle.
She must want to need.
And she gets upset now, me and her, back and forth, back and forth. And I was just annoyed, so we were late. And The judge facility said it, the first man married.
You overruled.
I am lady, I'm going to hold you in contempt for the court. And she just shut up. And she said something on my answer already. After that, I said, you know what, with all due respect, will you be quiet? Just shut up. I know the judge to know. And the man looked at me, and I said, are you guilty or not? I said, I'm guilty after
0, 1.
you were dark. He said, yes, see? Yes, I didn't tell him a court there. I'm going to step out. One boss man said, lady, the sweetest court never come stand down. But when you put some, before my charge for your man, oh, no. I must step out of the court. There was a policeman on a bike and say he came from Huntsville. He said, you see, you come here. And I'm sitting up on this girl, just right on the spirit.
Cross.
So I'm step out, I'm going to stop like that. He said, you know, say you're guilty. I said, yeah, no. He said, bring me your know. Why are you guilty? And I explained to him what the law said. You laugh. And he said, why? So, when we go back, the judge made me go to a night court. We'll go back to the fight. We'll go back there. As we walk in, the man smiled. He just smiled. So he said to me, Miss Black, my paralegal, Miss Black, are you guilty or not guilty, ma'am? I said, I'm guilty, sir. He said, tell me why you're guilty. Let me explain. And he laughed. He said, so why you gave so much trouble the first time? He said she did too fierce, you only need to temper her. You say, you know, I'm going to charge you the way. He said, you don't know why. He said, 3,000. Is that him asked me? $3,000?
Alright, so it's
I'm a girl in the back. I'm going to
What
go.
marriage then? About 12 no, count to the one.
12, how much?
16.
16.
we can miss what?
Huh?
So your payment has to include
Miss.
X.
A, B, and CD.
So this
Oh.
will draw longer.
So you
Why
have
that?
16, not 12 like Randy over there
We
talk
got
about
two
12.
more
I'm
cells.
going to punk Randy with the
So
12. You
I'm
see?
gonna rub. Yes, we just remember all that.
You meant to know? Me to listen to me.
So Miss
Zeros and
She want two more color.
X, like you have 6 of them.
So you have 16 cells, 4 by 4.
No, man.
So X, A, B,
No,
C.
man. You have 2 and 2 more by yourself. 4 by 4. 4 bottom, 4 by 5. So rub off and 2, yeah.
Oh yeah, column on a road in
Yeah,
here.
column.
Separation, man.
Vertical.
Well, when I left here,
So
still.
you have to go through
So me for rub off them and redraw the whole of them. That's actually
just drop in
Still have
crossbar
6,
this.
but you're going to be 16.
That's easier.
So right now, you
Just drop on 2.
Drop on 2 more,
Four,
right?
man. I'll just drop on 2 more water stuff for that one. See how the thing is.
That's how I'm going.
Paid.
Like a joke.
So it's okay.
I'm going more now.
Let's drop on 2 more, right? So boom. Boom, shot.
You have to factor X into
But I'm saying enough
this.
experience you have enough experience and story you have with us. It's in a very book.
No, sir. But that court was
Distinguished author.
when we go in, then you want to see the guys and we never even know what they have this called chicken somewhere around here. When the people who can't pay them fine go in.
Go in and go do a sit down.
You have to stay in it till somebody come pay the fine. Someone go, oh my girl, I was like, I'm joining you all in that chicken group.
See, you see something around there?
Hey, with the girl, yeah. You see that the chicken group?
Then I must want them chance but they can't pay that.
Some of them go for it in that company.
If I walk with money, I got put down.
That's the other one that come out.
When you got caught it, I feel walk with money.
So I've been there and 100.
Only walk my toes all the time, you know, because my adamant said that was a foolish ticket.
Yeah, she walk with the granny.
Walk with my granny. Ticket fool.
And if they charge you $1,000, you might go to court. Well, I think probably the basic now is 1,000, but you may.
So we charge you for that?
Hmm?
What was the charge for?
Alright, so I was coming out of
What about the
Pavilion Zine, and it's a one way. But there's no sign, and it's a long time I never drive, because I was in COVID and it's a
I look
Sunday.
near, I look near, you take notice that there was no sign.
So, my step is alright, so, you know, probably you have to take the right turn. There's no left turn.
Going up.
Yeah, going up. So, my dad must pull out. I'm gonna start my left turn. I say, oh no, I don't want left turn. So, I reverse back into pavilion and make the right turn. I never fully met left turn
Yeah,
and
go
police
ahead.
said, police stop. I'm like, I never met the turn. It no make no sense. Honestly, leave me ticket.
So you want to be going, you would have guaranteed to do it.
One of my in-laws, senior superintendent at the time, when we are youngsters,
Why
it's so awful. I want to go to him and say,
We'll get some more
Here.
money scanned.
Hardly or you speedy.
Yes, I read, yes, there's a rule.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna pay you $5. No, we never got let off like that, never. You just send you back and pay your fine.
Boy, miss, driving taking off now, miss. Get a little week. You get it today, you know? I'm taking.
No watch his place then.
Me not work.
You say no what you want?
No, the parents I try and make sure my doing things
So
right.
we're going to start driving the trip, yeah.
That man say, charge it overnight.
Go buy hybrid.
This look like two.
Nah, man, bury.
Too wide. No, it don't matter if it's too wide, I just use
Hello,
the Japanese strokes them.
I guess it's
Parents would go and do it.
Yeah, in time my phone, they didn't know, 11%. Carry on.
So yeah, on the table. So man, I want to ask up too much.
See how far this can reach.
Alright,
So try to stand this already.
Barrington, miss, why?
Man, this one perfect.
No, watch this boy
Yeah.
crashing, I mean, no, Barrington,
Yeah,
you
deal
see
with
how
it.
you do it? Guys, what the duster?
Barrington,
Barrington, rub off the duster a little bit. Rub off that.
Everything is.
Yes. Let me the marker. So if you draw your box, alright? So you draw your square. And you do half and half.
So it's
and
good
half.
number.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then you do half and half and half. You have 16, nice and easy without the alphabet count.
Alright.
So this has 0, 0. Right, miss?
Same way like on the sides.
0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. So, miss, this is XA.
XA.
So, miss, all clean them one now.
Same way like how you have been doing. JA, one for JA, one for KA, one for JB.
So, same way come straight down.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm gonna try to process this now. So, this has 0.
Okay.
After 8 man, but it's
0,
cool.
X 0.
Huh?
0.
Oh, it's not
X.
cool. It's not cool. Make it down the road.
And then X.
Hey, miss, make him find them out now, miss. Jeez, thanks, miss. Yes, miss, bless you.
Divide.
Must make sure I process things.
Go on.
So X. Wait, X. 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 Come back here, so. 0. Alright, so the 0 that come here, so. Alright.
Right. So it's always, it can come back.
So
Alright.
0 come back here, so then
Yeah.
0.
True.
So you come up over here.
Go on.
So that be 0.
Yeah, man, life I go
Remember,
save.
you know, when we do the four
What?
variable
It
one,
has phone on charge now.
I know Randy getting up to make sure you see this. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Alright, let's remember. So this a 1 and this a X. And then this a X, 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 X.
Okay.
Which is JA. Make sure I'm on there. You don't come in on it.
Pass the weed.
X,
Yes, miss.
1, X, okay.
Another
Right.
one.
So, do GB okay, so 0, X,
Wonderful.
0, X,
Skip.
X,
Keep it done.
1, X.
Right now, this is just keep on screen, memorize.
Boot my screen, go and watch it over.
X,
Write it back over.
X.
So mom, that is why I said it was useful because I came up on the same thing.
Boy, this is super nice.
Just start the one.
No man, it's fresh still, boy.
Oh, you mean
What you doing? Okay, this is XX0X.
So, no, 0, yeah, so sorry. X,
Same thing, XX0X again.
X,
0X.
0,
XX1X.
X,
1X.
X,
XX1X.
X, 1, X.
Alright? JC? Alright, so look, stop. Look! Alright, guys, remember what I said. There may be occasions when you don't need to draw the K-map. Alright? If you only have 1s and X's, you know it's a 1. If you have only 0 and X's, is what?
0.
0. So if you notice, down the column, there's no 1. And I looked at it, as soon as I looked at it, I saw that. So we don't even need to draw that.
It's already there, mom.
Mm-hmm.
So it already 1 and 0.
Yeah, you will find most of the examples that we use will give you a 1 or a 0.
So, miss, just simplify them, right?
Go on.
Alright. Process. So, let me ask you. So, miss, this is a set here that comes largest would have been this.
Sure?
Can I put in
I'm asking. Don't do
This
nothing.
could include Miss.
Yeah, man.
But
But what? Largest possible group, boy.
if you say it wrong, already I get the
Man, you know what? It man cause
say it wrong. Move,
It's either-
move now. If you get it wrong, make sure give it back to Randy. Say it. Randy made a mistake already and I said something. So anyhow you get it wrong, Randy I get the link.
It's
Alright,
correct, mom.
process.
is it that a
Randy
single?
said okay, so you better follow him.
Is it a single one?
So
A
make
group
it
of
safe,
2,
no?
4, or 8?
It's 16.
Yes.
Why Randy?
Got it 2 to something.
Okay.
Yes. So is it a group
Remember,
by
you
itself?
can't have 6s. You can't have 6 or 3.
Oh,
yes.
Only 1,
1, 2, 4, 8, like that. You Randy, make sure you get out. No, you know. Oh.
The next ruler, the next ruler. What do you get them going? Next one?
No, they're very sweet.
Not them in it, you know.
I love names.
What
All
is
right.
So, miss, this is XB.
XB.
So, it's a XB.
Randy want to help you.
No, mom.
All right, and hurry up, 'cause you have the farthest. When you, oh yeah, you say you just down the road. You come with me. You drive?
Not today. Gas expensive.
So you have to go home.
So, wait.
You drive. Where you going?
Cornerstone.
Oh, well, all right. Barrington safe there. That's a don't worry where we're here because Barrington needs to go Spanish Town.
This is not process, miss.
Oh, yeah.
So
Why
this
you
not
not
XB,
process?
miss?
Then coca egg you never see that long time.
This sometimes brain slow for me. That's it.
You say we're in the pressure.
Use another color then.
Alright, maybe change the color.
Oh, them put the consistency in place of the FD.
So this this are enter, this are enter. Let me show what I want there. So it's X. Hold on, let me stop working. X A. Yes, X A. That's something. No. No. A change. A change. X alone.
Yeah, very good.
X alone. And then this X alone. Mr. Largest possible group. Mr. Largest possible group.
What do we
I know
pass?
my sport, man.
Very good.
And then it's a X again.
Perfect. So last thing to do is to
Red flag here.
draw the diagram. So hand
Right.
over. Very good, Barrington.
Yeah, red
Thank
flag.
you.
A red flag here.
Yeah. You catch on fast when you focus.
I'm gonna do that.
Zero.
That's 7.
So JC Casey is 0.
Everyone subscribe to the channel.
Make sure. Alright.
Hey, you see nice shot, so.
You're in the way. You're in the way.
So say what do KB?
Everything good. Mm-hmm.
Do the
Oh, can we omit that cell like boom?
Bucket.
Now omit it. It becomes 0 because it only has zeros and
13.
x's.
13.
So there will be nothing to do
Who's the
on
guy now? The circuit.
the circuit.
Alright, so the inputs.
JK. This JC now, right?
Yeah, you write it,
But
but you don't connect it to no. But you just indicate on your diagram.
Next I remember again.
A,
Mm-hmm.
And
not A.
Okay. And then J, B,
JB.
not.
And you don't have to line them up like me, we just like always like.
Black Adams, Black Adams.
Sometimes when you put
See.
it on the simulator,
Yeah?
based on
But
what
you
it
not
is.
connect.
Oh.
So,
Can't see on-
right,
oh,
so
oh,
make
oh,
sure everybody know there would have been a C. Alright.
If you
Can't make it any better than this.
Okay.
kind of close for this here.
We are zoom out.
Alright, so we say
Yeah.
XB are coming at JA.
Mhm.
Right. XB are coming at JA. Mr. Sandra. Alright, let me go again.
Yeah, you're correct. XP going into J of A.
So which is so
Put the B first.
that yeah, I do. Alright.
Like that. So where's X? When you look at that expression, what does it say?
Oh, you have to join them and them first. You have to and them.
Oh,
So you need to create X because X is
I'm
an
gonna create
external.
Oh, so draw an entity.
So all you do,
Draw an entity.
right, so you do a line for X, just like we would have in our combinational circuit, and you join it with,
Yes, Javon is very tall.
Very
Like 6'5".
see?
wonderful.
So X and B, you can fix it up properly.
Boom, arrow. Something here. So we have next we are going to do KA. Right. Another X and B.
Just join them
So we can just go boom. Boom. Alright, so there JB.
You're on it, right?
JB just says X. Alright.
And that's it, and you're done. Any questions?
Okay.
Yeah.
Move from the board, bro. You done. So I'm gonna make the people them see.
So we have
Let me fix this up there. Alright, it's still. I might use my hand.
JA. Input for JA is XB, so we take it from
Okay. Hold on, guys. Hold on.
input X and then with B, right? And we have KA up here, right? Always XB again. So we just carry it from here again. Yeah, just carry it from here. And we have JB and equal X. So I have to just carry X from JB, boom. KD again is equal to the same thing. 30 here. Not that to consider that.
We want credit? Very good. Congratulations. How do you feel?
Feel good, yes. Feel good. But when you see question, then it's
No, it won't be anything more than this. That's why I gave you this one.
Black no one is still
How much
this.
we try? So how is that going?
Who tell them I gave you the one?
Black no one is still. Black no one.
Multiple choice would be that you work with and select
So step 1.
Or that's getting
That's what I'm saying.
Or you get something like the grade and you complete the grade.
Step 1, step 2,
Yeah?
step 3, and step 4. What is it, 30 marks?
Normally.
Just give me a 5 marks one.
There's no 5 marks on. And in essence, guess what? I'm not necessarily teaching, I'm not teaching you nothing.
Daniel is confused.
Eh? What you say? You know, today was supposed to be the last English class too.
Mm-hmm.
But you missed out the P class, I'm not the second one, but next week. Miss it up, you know.
What, there is one other unit where we talk about memory. We just talk about it and then we can do some revision.
You learn nothing, I'm computer harder and things.
Mr. Daniel is confused. Where are you confused, Daniel?
Cross content, that's all.
Yeah.
Yes, we stand.
Alright.
What does J and K?
Revision from scratch.
What you say?
My guy. What does J and K represent? Represent and next.
J and K are inputs.
Mm-hmm.
Inputs.
Right.
And these are.
So, guys, the only other thing that's left to do is the area on memory.
What?
Memory. So talk about RAM. It's the same thing as using the flip-flop, because I've already said the flip-flop does the storage. So all that we'll talk about is what RAM looks like, what RAM looks like.
Kashif
And we
is
really
asking
don't-
one test.
Kashiva?
Tell her tomorrow for her at 8 o'clock.
You have a test tomorrow at 8 o'clock.
Just for her, you know.
Kashif is a girl?
No, for him. So the test is tomorrow 8 o'clock for Kashif only.
This is sweet. Nice. Nicely money.
Yeah, bro. Go and study.
So I'll create one just for him since you're ready for a test. Alright. But what I'm doing, I started to put together the other pieces that you need for the company. And we'll just
Miss, I'll know when I see I'm great for getting this one best for
it's supposed to. Right? And we're good to go. So
So right now, I go to sequential circuit. Remember my number 16.
You're the man!
That's the brain sometimes.
You're the man!
That's the brain sometimes. That's the brain. That's the brain. That's the brain. That's the brain.
alright, so thank you all. Our viewers on Akuna for telling that.
So talk to them, Miss.
Guys, as usual, thanks for coming to class. I know some of you probably gone, but hopefully you learn some more and it stick a little more than the other things then. Alright? So what we'll do tomorrow is
Sorry. I was eating, getting too close to the microphone. He says the noise from you consuming something is distracting.
Oh.
Tomorrow is memory?
tomorrow I'll just talk about memory.
I wonder if you come out to class tomorrow, please. Come out to play.
And yeah, then we can do some recap. Alright?
Tell come out to play and come tomorrow, man. Come out to play.
Alright, so what you stay on our street. Alright.
Maybe I go for an interview in the morning. Orientation, I should say.
So guys, that's it for tonight. Thank you for staying over as usual at 20 minutes past 8 o'clock.
We'll come up with production this evening.
And we have done well. So have a good night. We are going to be traveling, so we're going to stay safe. And we'll let you all know when we...
I want to go to see the show.
Almost.
We'll let you know when we are home. So,
That's what
yeah.
I'm still on.
Aye. Surrender is
It's a fruit seed.
Yeah.
That's all around.
But that's me I go. Barita. But that's me I go.
Where?
Oh, believe bullying your guys on your right way.
Where you live?
Bully, you guys.
I leave Pembrokeshire.
You want to say bully, catch your phone and ring. Earphone.
Oh, I wonder, that's
You
why
never
I-
vibrate. Alright.
This is for you.
Especially while I want to touch a person.
The family manager.
Full of gimmicks. Yes, Guinness.
We
Guinness.
don't mind them
Guinea
going
pig.
though. Them are going though.
Oh.
Cause I never really born.
You drive?
Okay. Let's go.
Oh, so you can make a job for you.
Where person?
You don't want to do something?
Eh,
I can't go with you. You job for the game. You job for the game.
School getting on the card.
That's all right.
I was
Oh yes, actually.
So you
Oh,
need anything
wait.
outside? Or just hide it?
Oh, no done right? My man saying I can.
Alright, so we're
Can
not.
can watch it on YouTube.
Alright, sweetie.
You want me to hold it? Where will be?
No, I'm not going to be, I'm going to have a
How
view.
about you?
Where's some of you live?
Alright guys.
Where the one with
Because I used to live at Abaview.
Here.
Martello Drive?
Whatever there, he's so.
You wouldn't know me, we don't come out, you know. You couldn't know me. I lived there from 2006, almost.
End live session. Toodles.